This is translated into, you think you could take my shit? Okay. Listen to it again. It don't matter if it's in French. You can always know what war means. All right, we about to get into these mortgages. Okay, second video of the morning. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a quick lesson about contracts. Okay, so if you have a mortgage, please get your mortgage out. While trying to explain to my sister about mortgages, everything she said was repeated back to me from what corporations have drilled into consumers. Even when I talk to my husband about this shit, he always go back to what is done, how things are done. How things are done and what is legal is two different things. I will keep reiterating to you guys. Number one, they cannot arrest you or lock you up unless you consent to it. Okay? Everything is consent. These mortgage contracts, that's all this fraud is in it. They are asking you if you're okay with it. And you're agreeing to it. What is the purpose of the word amendment? To make something, to adjust something, right? To adjust something that was previously decided because of whatever reason. Right? Oh, I'm trying to watch the sun come up on a mountaintop, so I figured I'd do some videos while I was waiting. But it's not over here yet, so still eating. Okay, please don't fall. So, while talking to my sister about her mortgage, I said, if at any point the person that you actually went into a contract with sold your contract to another person and didn't tell you, or another corporation and didn't tell you, that's fraud. And she said, no, because you give them permission. So I said, okay, let's read about the permissions you're giving them. What is that called? Just so I'm not making no mistakes on the wording. Snacks. Give me a second, y'all. People always be texting me when I'm live. Okay. So basically what she was saying when she said you give them permission to do so when you sign your mortgage. She would be referring to something that's called a confessed judgment. A confessed judgment means that you're writing down, I owe this money, and I'm giving pretty much anybody the right to come after me for this money. That's what it says in that shit. So I was looking into confessed judgment. Oh, sorry. I don't know why this is not showing up on my camera, but you guys are missing this sunrise. I'm so not techie. I think perhaps. Yo, don't laugh at me, but I think I had the camera backwards. I'm correcting myself. I had it backwards. I'm correcting myself up, so y'all missed it, and it was my fault. Oh well. Anyway, so a confessed judgment. Now, I have seen several mortgages with this confessed judgment in it, right? Oh, excuse me. Now, I heard on the video that in order for a confessed judgment to be valid, a judge has to be present. I have not yet been able to validate that claim in my research thus far. However, I did find something that was interesting. Confessions of judgment on consumer laws, on consumer loans are outlawed by the Federal Trade Commission, but are still legal on business loans. Okay, do you hear what I'm saying? Confessions of judgments on consumer loans are outlawed by the Federal Trade Commission, but are still legal on business loans. So now your next question is going to be, what is the difference between a consumer loan and a business loan? That's what you should look up. The next thing you should look up is, what is a consumer loan? Okay. Let's go into that. Oh, I should have got me some breakfast before I started working. Fuck. Okay. Here's the definition of what is considered a consumer loan. An auto loan, mortgage, student loan, credit card, personal loan, business loan. Interesting. A business loan. They just said. See how they be fucking lying. They so corrupt. Business loan, home equity, payday, consumer loan, line of credit, and secure and unsecured loan is considered a consumer loan. Okay, not a payday loan. For instance, in the state of Maryland, Maryland's Consumer Protection Act provides definitions of what are considered unfair, abusive, and deceptive trade practices. Trade practices. Okay, pay attention to that. Again, the Maryland Consumer Protection Act, every state is going to have their own acts. You have to look it up for your state. This provides definitions of what are considered unfair, abusive, and deceptive trade practices, specifically in the U.S. Code 13-301-12 states that using a contract in a consumer transaction that contains a confessed judgment clause, waiving the consumer's right to assert a legal defense to an action, is an unfair or deceptive trade practice and is thus prohibited under this act. Prohibited under this act. Let's read that sentence again. States that using a contract in a consumer transaction. Now that's everything I just read to you. The car loans, the credit cards, all that shit. Consumer transaction that contains a confessed judgment clause, waiving the consumer's right to assert a legal defense to an action, is a unfair or deceptive trade practice, not law. Practice, policy, statutes, not law. Okay? And is thus prohibited under this act. What is and is not a consumer contract will be an issue to discuss with a lawyer. But that's what this note is I'm reading to you. They're trying to, of course, get you to go to a fucking lawyer. When you don't need to go to a lawyer, all you got to do is read. Okay? Debt collectors are required to be licensed under Maryland law. See, again, I'm only doing Maryland right now because that's the state I'm working with right now. Debt collectors are required to be licensed under Maryland law. You have the right to challenge the debt in writing within 30 days of the first contact. See, y'all don't even realize that the first fucking time you get your bill, and it says this is an attempt to collect a debt, you can challenge that shit right away. And they say we can't even charge you or report a deficit to the credit bureaus until this matter is resolved. How many of y'all have done that? How many of y'all have actually got your fucking bill in the mail rather than doing auto fucking payment so you can't even see all the shit that you're supposed to be reading? And then when you try to print your bill out from your personal printer, the ... you're supposed to cut to endorse so that you can send that shit back so you're not using your real pay, your money that you earn. Y'all not paying attention to none of those small things, but I'm going to get back to what I'm reading. 30 days of the first contact. If the debt collector does verify the debt to your satisfaction and you choose to negotiate with them, any settlement should be in writing and in compliance with the Consumer Protection Act. If you do not feel comfortable with a debt collector calls or tactics, you always have the right to send a letter to the company telling them to stop contacting you, and that would be cease and desist. Cease and desist all contact with me or using my information. And they won't fuck with you no more. There's remedies for all of this shit. If you are facing garnishment, know that there are some limits to what can and cannot be done, cannot be garnished. The Maryland Access to Justice Commission provides a detailed webinar on your rights. Look at this shit, Maryland is shit. And they say, and the fuck, they can't be garnishing your shit. See, but I already told y'all that in order for legitimate garnishment to take place at all, at any point, in any state of this country, the person claiming that they are supposed to be owed this money is supposed to go to the fucking IRS in person. They are supposed to get these documents signed and certified and agreed to by the IRS. And then the IRS will then give them a certified copy back to take to the bank so that the bank can legally garnish your shit. None of this has ever taken place. You can look that shit up too. We do not have to keep on allowing ourselves to be victims. We don't. And if y'all want that statute again, I believe it's U.S. Code Statute 13-301-12. And this is the Consumer Protection Act of the state of Maryland. Okay, if y'all got any questions, ask me while I'm here. I'm hungry. I'm about to go get something to eat. But I wanted to let you know that there is fucking remedy even if you signed that confessed judgment. Now, I don't know how sure, how certain or how truthful it is that the judge has to be present in order for the confessed judgment to be valid. But even that is not, who gives a fuck if confessions of judgments on consumer loans are outlawed by the Federal Trade Commission? The Federal Trade Commission controls what? Fucking trade, nigga. Commerce. So if they've outlawed that shit, then how can you even bring it up in court as a claim that, yeah, she gave me this confessed judgment? I know you, okay. All of my lives are supposed to be still on YouTube. Whenever you go back to it, it should still be there. But just remember what I said. In every single state, they have their own statute for this. But it doesn't matter because across the board federally, confessions of judgment on consumer loans are outlawed by the Federal Trade Commission. So when you go to the deed of trust part of your mortgage, if you have signed a confessed judgment, matter of fact, if any of y'all got the how y'all doing? Good morning, Grand Rising, everybody. Have any of y'all signed a confessed judgment? That's a question I want to know. If you signed a confessed judgment, did you write that judgment confession yourself? Or did somebody write it out and then ask you to sign? Because to me, that's under duress right there. There are so many angles you can take to fight this shit. So many. But you want to stick to the quickest and easiest way to resolve this. People want to go and challenge this in court because they feel like they know everything and they got it. But at the end of the day, these corporations are all working together. They're racketeering, all of them. The judge, the courts, the corporations, all of them. All of them. You can't fucking... They won't be honest and they won't be in honor. You have a lot of people that says, make sure you doing all of this in honor. How the fuck do you expect me to keep being honorable when all this dishonesty is happening to me and the people around me. Hard working, honest fucking people paying their bills. How can you say we have a meeting of the minds in this mortgage if you're telling me that I am supposed to be paying you $300,000 for this house, plus the interest that will almost sure enough total up the exact same amount. But you are allowing this debt collector or whoever the hell this person is to buy my $300,000 mortgage for fucking $50,000. And then you want me to keep paying that person the $300,000? It doesn't sound like a meeting of the minds to me, because you didn't tell me that I had an option to also pay you that $50,000. You never disclosed that information to me. So how can we be in a contract that's legally binding? Hold on, let me read these. Ashe, thank you. Bitch, how I'm wrong? Oh, sorry. No, I ain't sorry. This is my motherfucking channel. Bitch, IP2. If I'm wrong about everything, how am I reading you the laws right now? Why am I telling you where to go to read the laws? So you're being a dick because you're either one of the fucking criminals who are performing these fraudulent acts against these citizens. I can't take you serious. Shut my mouth. You want to try me? Let me block this troll before I waste too much time on this thing. There you go. Get that out of there. Okay, sorry. Now I can get back to people who actually want to hear this information. Now, again, like I said, I sent a clip while I was doing some research on YouTube about the confessed judgment. And then I followed up with me doing my own research to see how true it was. I also said I haven't been able to back up the judge being there, which is what I saw on YouTube. I then followed up with saying, okay, but that puzzle piece was important and valid. So I continued to dig. And that's when I came across the Federal Trade Commission. Google this shit before y'all tell me looking up shit on YouTube is not a way to do shit and all of this crap y'all saying. You got to get this information from somewhere, right? Because when you went to go sign your mortgage paper, did they ever tell you that the Federal Trade Commission said that you're not supposed to be signing this? I don't fucking deal with minors. I am only interested in adults, people who are willing to address their estate, people who are willing to do their own research before they say what somebody else saying is not true. I don't like clowns. I don't like losers. I don't like followers. I've never said to anybody, subscribe to my channel. I've never said to anybody, can y'all give me some likes? I never said to anybody, comment on me. I don't give a fuck if y'all like me. I don't give a shit if you like me or agree with anything I do. Can you fucking read? Can you look up a US code? Can you look it up? Can you read? Please. Now back to my lesson. Me giving y'all this free ass information that I've been taking 2 fucking years studying. I'm gonna keep on giving it to you for free because somebody gotta take care of these fucking infants because they obviously can't take care of themselves. Now you want to communicate with me, you communicate with me with some respect, or your ass will get blocked because you messing up my lesson. Now I'm gonna go and finish reading the rest of these comments because I done got pissed off and I stopped reading it. And Joe, thank you. Okay, let me see. And the person that's telling me, oh, I'm cracking the fuck up. Who is this dummy? It says, don't no one want to hear your info. Honey, then why the fuck are you on my live? You're an idiot. Just buy a house with cash. Why would you buy a house with cash when you could sign your name and buy the house? You're not ready for what I'm teaching, so go somewhere else. You're not ready. Do your own fucking research. And the view, this is the community where I live. This is the view, the background view. Did I park on someone's lawn? Y'all childish. Oh, I'm guessing that all of these assholes on here are landlords or lenders. Bitch, that's funny. Oh. Look at all of these fucking ignorant ass comments. But you know what I'm noticing? All of y'all nut ass motherfuckers is on my live. So I'm gonna get back to what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. Back to it. This was about the confessions of judgment and a mortgage. Now that I've allowed negative energy to take me off course, I need to get back on course. Again, if you open up your mortgage contract and you read through it, because I guarantee you the mask, the bulk of you have not read your mortgage in its entirety. And then going back to read it again to make sure you understand what's happening in your mortgage. If you are okay with people taking money that you've earned, okay, that you've earned, and then living their best life and trading your information and making money off of it. And then if you fall into, let's say, a pandemic situation, and your whole fucking company you work for 20 years goes out of business and you can't pay your fucking mortgage for 2 months, but you do get another job and you can reset yourself, but they don't give a fuck about that. You didn't do it within the time frame that they said, so now you've lost everything. If y'all think that that's okay, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. What I'm trying to tell y'all is you don't have to keep being a slave. You don't have to. All you have to do is address your estate. Okay? I think I'm going to get off of here now because I'm getting irritated. Did I get my information from YouTube? No. Just live in your car. Hold on. I want to know one thing. Is the just live in your car or homeless in your car or posting up on someone's lawn, is that meant to insult me? Are you trying to insult me? Because that wouldn't work for somebody like me. Again, I always come with my receipts. Isn't that right? So you can say what you want, but you can research my cases all over the country. I have been representing myself for decades. I've had multiple trials, and I've only lost one. The trial that I lost, I had 2 lawyers representing me. So these are things that can be proven. If what doesn't hurt me? What are you talking about? If what doesn't hurt me? Somebody talking shit about me? What can be proven is that I live in my car. Okay, so this is probably just random people coming to my channel. So I'm going to talk to you like a child, the child that you are. Okay? My husband and I made the choice to give up everything and go on a bucket list tour for a whole year. And we lived in our car doing that. We did that by choice. We had the whole vacation trip tour filmed live on YouTube. At what point do you ever think, or would you ever think that you would insult me, intimidate me, or make me feel shameful? Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. So go ahead and keep on trying to insult me while I'm trying to remind your dumb ass of your fucking wealth. It means nothing to me. I've had you motherfuckers in my house. If you fucking go back through all of my videos, all of my shit is out there for the open. My personal life, my struggles, my wins. You have to really, truly understand me when I tell you, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about none of you niggas, none of you crackers, none of you vermin, none of you empties. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I don't give a fuck what my family think about me. I'm going to always do me. So let's make that clear right there. Cunt, cracker, nigga, whatever the fuck you want to say, I'm saying out my mouth. If your kids is in the room, Grounded Dolphin always tell y'all, don't listen to my videos with y'all kids around. I'm never, ever going to acquiesce to anybody. Now, if you want to learn something, then watch my videos. If you're bored and you want to talk shit and call me a nigger by typing in 1 letter at a time because you have no fucking life, keep doing it. All publicity is good publicity. Okay, so I'm gonna get off of here.